What's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Rednek Engineer, where we build awesome PCs. About a month ago, I set out on an ambitious project to build an amazing, fully water-cooled PC, GPU, and CPU for under $2,000. Now, I totally get $2,000 is still a lot of money. You can build a great PC for way less than that, but as you'll see from some of these other websites in a minute, $2,000 is a very low budget when you need to get all of the water cooling parts necessary, new and not from somewhere like AliExpress. For instance, if you go to Corsair.com or EKWB, you'll find that you'll pay almost half of this total budget just in water cooling parts. I put together this build list and ended up being over $900. That's just for the cooling parts. That doesn't even get me started on any of my actual hardware. And did I mention that's nearly $1,000 before taxes? Didn't even include taxes in that. Second place I went was EKWB. Went through and picked all the right components, very similar to the components I picked on Corsair's website, but this was about $720, also before taxes. Instead of spending $1,000 or $720, here's how much I spent on all my water cooling parts. First, we got this GPU water block off Newegg for $136. Next, I got my CPU block, pump res combo, and two 240mm radiators, all off Titan Rig. I spent $60, $147, and $42 each, respectively. Next, I spent $68.84 on this Commander Core XT. This is going to control my pump as well as some of my RGB. Then I spent $45 on compression fittings and $37 on some random fittings. Got an extender here, male-to-male adapter, got a three-way splitter, and this is a ball valve. And lastly, on the water cooling components is the tubing. I had this from a previous project. This one has never even been opened. There's a bit of a remnant here. I figured this was enough for this project. Assuming I don't make any mistakes, this should be able to make all of the runs in that little case. So why not use it? So once I had all my water cooling components, that left me with about $1,385 with a little rough math. So here's how I spent it. First, a Ryzen 7 5800X. This was just $237. And honestly, for a nice, fast 8-core CPU, kind of hard to beat. Next, the motherboard. I got an Asus ROG Strix E550A Gaming, and it only cost me $180. Now you might be asking why I picked this specific motherboard. Well, honestly, it is an older chipset. Asus ROG is a really good product, so I honestly just went with something that fit my budget, and I knew it would be able to handle all the stuff we're going to do to it. For RAM, we went with Patriot Viper Steel. This is a 2x8 GB set. This is CL14-3600. This is super fast RAM, and we can tune the shit out of it. I got this for just $103. For storage, I've got an Adata Swordfish 1TB. This is actually the exact same SSD that I've had in my stream PC for 2.5 years. It's never failed me. It's not super fast, but you don't really need anything crazy fast for gaming. Then we got this. Got MSI RTX 3060 Ti. Now, I'll admit, I already had this for $489. Hence the reason why I was able to choose the right GPU water block. But I knew it was going to fit within my budget, and that's how I picked it. For power, we've got this Corsair RM850X. Again, I chose this because it fit. I got it for a pretty decent price, just $118, and I already had it in stock. And lastly, we've got this Corsair P400A Digital. This is a great little case. It's going to fit everything that we want to put in it, and I think it looks really good. The case, rounding up, $110. And total in taxes for some of the parts that I bought was about $112. That gets us to what I said earlier is our $1,928 total spent. All right, well, that's everything that we got. We went through all of the hardware that we picked, went through all of the water cooling components and why we picked them. In the next video, we're going to build this little monster, and hopefully it'll go well. I mean, it is completely cobbled together, so fingers crossed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for part 2 and 3. Next, I spent $68.84 on this Commander Pro Core. Damn it. Get rid of that last bit about the fittings. I messed up. Ambitious trip.